Welcome back to the weekly propaganda tie-ins for Nicole is the best agent in the world. For Yixuan, I think Pan would be an irreplaceable teammate just for the sheer force buff. How about third slot? There are two options, Nicole or Pulchra. Let's analyze the difference. With Pulchra, we can get 4 stun for ult Yixuan rotation, while with Nicole, we'll only get 3 stun. Nicole gives ether damage from her core passive, a good buffing from her support double engine and Moonlight 4-piece, plus if you have M6, a pretty good value crit rate for Yixuan. It's hard to get 100% crit rate for Yixuan build sometimes, especially if you don't have her signature, while Pulchra gives King of Summit crit damage buff, and a damage percent if you have M6. By just numbers, it does look like Nicole is the better choice here. The only advantage by Pulchra is the stun count. Does one more stun by Pulchra increase her score performance more? Not quite. My plan at the beginning of brainstorming this video was to decide who's the best third slot for Yixuan. Personally, I think Nicole is easier to play, but both of them is very fun to play in their own way, which we will talk about later. Considering all the factor and result, I think the score difference is not enough to make a solid conclusion on who's better. Of course, if your Pulchra is not M6, then Nicole is probably going to be a better option. There is also consideration on which agent you can use. You might want to use Nicole on another DA side. Then Pulchra is a good alternative to accompany Yixuan here. Both teams are a good F2P Yixuan team. Let's elaborate on the rotation a bit more. For Nicole team, the keyword here is quick swap. Outside of stun, the standard Yixuan game plan is to use your EX specials periodically to maintain Yunqui tails and her double engine buff stack. Preferably Yixuan EX parry for the most effective adrenaline management. Get defensive assist for building days with Nicole and Pan. Go back and forth between Yixuan and Pan Nicole with their EX specials. Make sure you enter stun right after Nicole and Pan EX for the best buff up times. Then enter stun with Yixuan ultimate. There's no chain trigger tag for Yixuan in this team stun rotation because both Pan and Nicole chain attack isn't really ideal for that. We also don't want to use Pan chain attack because we want to keep him off field to spend his touch of death stacks for his buff. Also, I think his chain attack is too long. After Yixuan ultimate, we still stay on her. One other buff that we need to keep in mind is Nicole core passive and double engine buff. The duration is quite short, but it is easily trackable by her debuff icon on the enemy HP bar. Here we still have time on Nicole buff for Yixuan hold basic. When the buff is about to end, trigger chain for Nicole chain attack to refresh her buff into Yixuan chain attack. Before we use Yixuan Disable Ultimate here, we use Nicole Ultimate to make sure the buff stays all the way. Then end the stun with Yixuan Hold Basic Cloud Shaper to squeeze in damage until the end of stun. There are only 3 stun and 3 Disable Ultimate throughout the run, but we can afford to get 4 Yixuan Talisman Ultimate, 1 here before the second stun, as long as you manage her adrenaline well enough with her EX parry and dodge counter for adrenaline generation. Even though the ultimate is outside stun, still make sure you use both Pan and Nicole EX for full buff damage. Can we get 4th Yixuan Disable Ultimate for more damage outside stun here? I'm not sure. I think it would be hard without the Disable Generation buff. It wouldn't be impossible, because Pulchra team managed to get 4 Disable Ultimate, but I think the stun timing and Disable timing in Nicole team feels a bit hard to get it right. My best guess, we can do it, but it would be 2 Disable Ultimate outside stun and 2 Disable Ultimate inside stun, meaning the stun 2 will not have a Disable Ultimate in it. I don't think it would be an impactful optimization to do. Now for Pulchra team, the keyword is jumping and time stop. What do you mean by jumping? Yixuan will get full buff in this team if Pan is attacking off-field with his Touch of Death stack and Pulchra is aftershocking on her Hunter state. It's the real 3 versus 1 scenario, and the outside stun game plan is really fun. Pulchra Evasive Assist is a really neat trick to use here. It stops time for a moment to generate her aftershock stacks, but during this vital few, we can still swap back to Yixuan and EX parry the same attack that Pulchra was evasive assisting. It's really cool. After Pulchra Evasive Assist or EX, always make sure to use a special attack on Pan or Yixuan to activate her Aftershock attack, because if not, then Pulchra doesn't enter Aftershock. She doesn't deal any days off field. But as fun as it is, you do also have to keep in mind there's a scenario where you don't want to Evasive Assist with Pulchra. For example, here Pulchra still has Aftershock stack and still dazing off field. This Marionette attack telegraphed a 2 Yellow Glint incoming. In this case, it's better to take those 2 Yellow Glint with Pan and Yixuan. Pulchra still after shocking off field wasting no stacks, and we also get to regenerate Yixuan disables with this defensive assist for her next ultimate. The stun rotation use Yixuan chain trigger tech. Start with her hold basic, and the moment you release her hold basic, use her talisman ultimate. Her cloud shaper explosion will trigger chain mid her ultimate animation. Quickly go into Pulchra chain attack for King of Summit refresh. Cancel chain, quick swap to Pan, then EX to trigger Yixuan chain attack. Then Yixuan use her Decibel ultimate and spend her adrenaline with hold basic until the end of stun. Getting 4 stun is easy enough if you actively using Pulchra evasive assist. But the 4th Yixuan Decibel ultimate wouldn't be easy to get without careful planning. At the 4th pre-stun, we need to get enough defensive assist for Decibel generation, and Yixuan needs to receive at least one of them. And the 4th stun rotation is a double chain attack Yixuan rotation to get enough Decibel for her. And we may also need a disorder proc for Decibel as well, just to get enough Decibel for the last ultimate. I barely got it here. Technically, it only hits half, so it could still be better. But if you are the type of player who prefer to play one and done on DA, you don't need to do all that. The score is way past the 20k clear bar without getting the 4th Decibel ultimate. As usual, in this video series, I aim to showcase the median performance bar on a well-played team. 33 substat on Yixuan, not too high, not too low. Always keep in mind Yixuan crit rate. With M6 Nicole, you only need 62%, while with Pulchra, you'll need 77%. So on Pulchra team, I have to change her dis4 to crit rate, but the substat stays the same at 33. After her signature, Cauldron is her next best option. After that, you can use any crit rate engine or any rapture engine. You can use either HP or damage dis5 here. I think HP dis5 might be better for Nicole team since Nicole gives a lot of damage, but I didn't test it and it probably doesn't change a lot. For Pan, make sure his initial attack is 3000 for full buff. You can use both Astral Voice or Bunny 4-piece here. Astral Voice tech management would be best for Nicole team because Nicole also gives quick assist, but with Pulchra, you better use Bunny 4-piece because Yixuan quick assist timing on that team isn't really good. Either way, if the uptime is the same, Astral Voice and Bunny 4-piece would have the same performance because they give the same damage buff amount. But getting 3000 attack on Pan with Bunny 4-piece may be a bit hard. You need some good amount of attack percent substat, while Astral 2-piece give 10% attack, because I think his Confious build needs 2-piece and this 6 ER. His EX is really important for buffing. Pan also uses support engine here just for the ER main stat even with no passive active. And you may notice, Pan and Nicole doesn't use impact D6 nor 2-piece impact or daze. You can use it, but I get full 3 stun easily without it, so just go full ER. Nicole ER is really important for her EX buff uptime. I think Fault is her only engine choice here. Kaboom attack buff doesn't really translate much for Yixuan's sheer force, and you don't need more crit rate with Game Ball. ER build is also better for Pulchra. Mine is only level 55 core E. She uses ER D6 but still get 4 stun easy thanks to her evasive assist. Having more energy for her to refresh King of Summit buff in the rotation would be more important. And more ER also makes Steam of an Impact passive uptime better. Just make sure Pulchra hit the 50% crit rate threshold for King of Summit buff.
ready to go.